Absolutely. Movies, all of that. He would have been pushed. He would have been it. He'd have been the next it guy. 100%. Whatever the next big show was or movie, he would have been in it. Without a doubt. Right? But would he have been happy? No, because he'd have been living a lie. Right? You know how many artists, they don't even get to speak their mind or actually say their true opinions because they know they're about to lose a check. Right? They know they're about to lose all the opportunities they have. They're like, you ain't going to mess up my opportunities. So they just keep their mouth shut. Yeah, they temporarily or currently happy. But in the end, man, they usually end up with a lot of regret, wishing that they spoke out more and was able to be themselves. Right? Wishing that they was able to be themselves. So I think he's chasing happiness, not more so approval from men. But he's on some, this is what I'm about. These are my real opinions. Right? Why can't I share my opinions? I think I dealt with something similar like this on YouTube. Right? To where I had to keep saying like, yo, man, I'm just being me. What are you talking about? I'm trying to get men approved. Nigga, I'm me. Right? So people are crazy. Right? And that was from me doing a bunch of videos about this one topic in particular. Right? I didn't realize I was building that base of fans like this. I hate fans like this. You don't even want to accept him for who he is. You try to emasculate him.
It writes itself. Like, this whole situation is actually funnier than the special.
And she's right. It honestly is. Like, this is funnier than that joke. Like, I think her TikTok was more well thought out than that joke. Because again, I think
she didn't say funnier than that joke. She said funnier than the special. I think that's unfair. Well, I didn't watch the whole special, so oh no, I do want to watch it now. Though. It's on my list.
It was just lazy. And this TikTok was pretty mild in the grand scheme of things. But let's just say that there have been a lot of very, very angry and triggered ex-Matt Rife feminist fans who have been posting about misogyny and sexism for days at this point. Somebody commented and said, oh, the girls turning on Matt Rife was not on my bingo card. Somebody else said the TikTok rise and the Netflix fall of Matt Rife, which is a good way to sum it up. Now, on a more positive note, before the special, he had another quote in that Variety article that ironically prepared him well for all of this hate that he's receiving. And he said, I don't really adhere to this whole sensitivity rumor in the comedy world that you can't say anything anymore. That's bullshit. You can say whatever you want. Now you have to prepare for repercussions. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to how you sleep at night. You know what I mean? Other people's perspective of you isn't your responsibility. So how can you sleep at night? The way I look at it as a comedian, everything comes down to intent. And you know what? I really have to give it to Matt because...
Good man. Stand on your ground. Right? Don't back down. Never bend the knee to the woke mob. And, it'll just be you. You're going to take a hit, but it's cool. You might gain more followers and more respect for what you're trying to do. You might not gain the same amount. It might not be hitting the same, but you have more loyal and true followers and true fans. That's what I aim for. The true supporters, not the big numbers. Fuck what the numbers. If I got one person in here that genuinely just loves my content, I'm going to put on a show for them. Because I care about the true supporters, the true fans. I don't care about the numbers. Nigga, who cares? Right? So if he's on that same type of time, he'll be just fine.
He did not bend a knee and he did not apologize, which I think is fantastic. And, I do completely agree with this take and everything that he said, especially about, people's perspective of you is not your...
Netflix might give him another special. I know the numbers is crazy. I know it went viral. I know he's like, damn, I should have probably kept it for myself and put it out on YouTube.
Responsibility. And I'd say that he is approaching comedy the right way, except maybe he should stick with the things that he is actually very good at rather than trying to fit into the traditional comedian's box just to please other people, because obviously that is not working and the jokes were not.
Why did he say, see, that's why I disagree with her on that. You're assuming he's trying to please other people. Why aren't you assuming or even given the chance that he's trying to please himself? Pause. That sounds crazy. But why is that not even an option to people? What if he wants to be a comedian's comedian? Guys, a lot of comedians, once they reach a certain level of success, what means more to them is the respect from other comedians within the world. And you think he's going to get respect from other comedians being the TikTok guy? No. Hell no. He might make more money. He may be able to pull off more stuff. I'm thinking about it with my business type of mind. If I was like an advisor, I would give him the option. Like, hey, listen, you want to go on some really just all out, right? Is this 100% business? or are you trying to just use comedy to express yourself? If he says, oh, no, I don't care about expressing myself business. Okay, that's what we about to do, nigga. Fuck all that other normal ass comedy. We doing only crowd work, okay? Only crowd work. We about to put out 5 crowd work specials on YouTube. F Netflix. We don't need them. We'll make more on our own, right? We're about to do a whole crowd work tour, baby. I'm about to have crowd work shirts. We're about to do a crowd work movie, nigga. I'm about to... He gonna get tired of crowd work, bro. I'm about to crowd work it out. Crowd work collabs, nigga. We about to do a crowd work podcast, baby. Crowd work mugs, crowd work coffee mugs and t-shirts and crowd work hats. I'm joking. But yeah, man. But if you want to be on some express yourself, which is the type of bag that I'm in, I'm not here for the money and the business aspect. That's cool, I guess. But my main focus is me being me and expressing myself.
Not funny, but I think that maybe is just a life lesson for him. Now, even though he did not apologize, he did respond. And this is what he said. He posted this on his Instagram story and said, if you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. Tap to solve your issue. And when you click on it, it takes you to a website where you can buy special needs helmets. No comment. No comment at all. But it is funny. It is very funny. Obviously, funny. People were triggered. His female fans were very, very angry, but not everybody was upset. A lot of people were happy that he did not bend a knee and apologize. Somebody said, actually based, don't apologize to the woke mob. And Brandon Tatum, who I love, I think just had a great take on the entire situation. Watch this. I think this just sums it up well.
I'm sorry. Did you see Matt Rife's Instagram story? I'm never one to throw my hat in the ring to talk about celebrities in this way.
You're lying.
But, oh my God. Apparently there are a few jokes in there that people are getting offended by or upset about. And in response,
you be throwing it. And mind you, I don't even know what your opinion's going to be because I'm not saying this out of being shady, but you throw your opinions. We all throw our opinions out there, especially about celebrities, man. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. You don't have to hide it. It's okay. Now let's hear what she has to say, though. Let's hear what she has to say in full. But yeah, we all have to give our opinion. It's cool.
God. Apparently there are a few jokes in there that people are getting offended by or upset about. And in response, he posted this. If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. And the link is to special needs helmets. I'm not making this up. This is so on the story.
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this.
The man told a joke.
Funny.
You don't like the joke? Hey, next joke. That's it. Hey, somebody play a song. Hey, you didn't like the song? Okay, pick the next song. I just can't stand human beings sometimes. God, you make some of these ignorant people.
Move on. You don't like it? Move on. Just move on. It's fine. You don't like it? Move on.
I feel like people are going to an opera and shocked that they hear an opera.
And I love the point that Brandon makes at the end. And you could apply that to comedy as a whole. And, going to see a stand-up special, you're probably going to get offended by something or, laugh and cringe. But also I think it applies to just Matt Rife in general. If you watch his TikTok videos, if you watch his crowd work, you know that it's not PG. He already is a pretty edgy comedian. He says things that you go, oh, that's funny. But it was funnier in the crowd work format than in his scripted stand-up special. That objectively is just funnier. But you should know.
They going off. Maybe he does need to switch up his format, man. Depends on what he wants, though. Right? But if that works out well and the fans are saying we like the format more and not really, it don't seem like they're complaining about the format. Brett seems like that's what her complaint is. The former fans seem like their complaint is the anti-feminist jokes, right? Which the format of how he presented that joke wouldn't really matter.
You're getting into when you go see a comic like him, that's just Matt Rife's style. Somebody commented under Brandon's video and said, man, stand-up comedy has always been this way. It's supposed to be something where you can openly make jokes about racism, sexism, and being gay. Matt Rife has more of a following of non-comedy watchers, and that's why people are flipping out about it. I think that's an excellent point because this is not a bunch of people who love comedians and, go to stand-up specials all the time. They just found him on TikTok and thought that he was hot and liked some of his videos. They have no idea what they're getting into. Another person said, not backing down just made Matt go up a notch or two in my book. And I do have to give it to him. Like I said, he is not backing down at all. He's not apologizing to anyone. And that is a very hard thing to do in this era, especially with the kind of audience that he has. And even though the joke was not really my cup of tea, he should not have to apologize for telling a joke. Doing his job and writing a joke that literally is his job. I think from here, he really just has to decide, who his audience is, who he wants his audience to be, and what kind of comic he is. I think he has a great opportunity to create a new lane of comedy that is more of just crowd work, or maybe he'll keep leaning into the traditional path and hopefully write jokes that are not as lazy and maybe have a better punchline. Those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Comment Section and that you maybe even learned something new.
Hey, man, I think that I agree with her to some extent. What I disagree on, I guess, is where she's like, it seems like she really like, hey, man, you need to do that damn crowd work. For me, it's what does he want to do? What does he want to do? I don't know if the crowd work special would work for Netflix, but if he wanted to just stick to that format, he could do that and keep on putting out the crowd work special on his own channel.